Hello everyone and welcome back to Bacon. Also welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. Evermore, Rodzra, and I hope that this sounds okay. I won't know until I get into editing. Haha! Continuing on. But I'm hoping it's finally in a position where it will just stay good. It was good before I started, darn it. It just stay good. Anyway, something simple, something elegant. Oh boy, that's a little hard because she wouldn't want anything to be too complicated, but at the same time, it's within her personality and her character to want it to be elegant. But if she says this, it might be like, well, because you're a commoner, we need something simple. But then this might be too much as well. Oh no! First, right off the bat, and I'm just... First decision, I'm already not here. Oh no. I decided to make coffee and my French roast maker broke. So, fun times. I'm gonna go with the first. I think I decided a long time ago I was gonna start going with the first option and whenever I wasn't 100% about something. So, and I just hope he's not insulted. You know, I dislike decadent celebrations, which is true. Like, subtle but elegant is how she kind of comes off to me. Something simple would be nice. Being with you is the most important thing. Aww. Rod sighs. It's a relief to hear that. I'd do anything with you, but an elaborate celebration would be. It's a relief to hear that. I'd do anything with you, but an elaborate celebration would be. I tried to imagine him on some grand stage with a spotlight train on him. That's true. Uncomfortable? Okay, cool. I think I chose the right one, to say the least. Yeah, like, when I think elegant, I wasn't thinking, like, this gigantic, crazy bash. I was literally thinking, like, the clothes. I keep forgetting other people's definition of elegant tends to be, like, a big banquet type thing. A wedding is a celebration for two people, not one. I would never suggest something you would be uncomfortable with. But I look at him, curious. Why do you ask? I wanted to know your preference. I've been thinking about the future a lot lately, so... Oh, he blushed. Oh, yep. He blushy. He turns away, cheeks flushed. You're blushing. I am not. Rod turns his attention skyward again, a soft smile on his face. This may be strange to say, but I'm really glad I was cursed. It's strange to think I wouldn't know you otherwise. Rod steps back and tilts my chin up. I look into his eyes, so bright in this darkness, and smile. It's glowing as if he has Mako. Are you actually Cloud Strife in another life? We wouldn't be here right now like this. He trails his fingertip down my cheek until his thumb is brushing my lips. There we go, at last. A proper kiss. Then he leans down and presses his lips to mine. At first, it is a slow, sweet kiss, but then his hands travel down my back, drawing shudders up my spine as he pulls me closer to deepen the kiss. It is a kiss I sink into, a breathless kiss I never want to surface from. When Rod finally pulls away, his cheeks are endearingly rosy, with the shock of his face. I have no doubt my own face looks the same. I'm sorry. I laugh. It is a good thing the halls are so empty tonight. Suspiciously so. I hope no one was watching us. The thought makes me want to hide under my blankets forever. Is that what they're trying to say was the reason why they're not being much more affectionate with each other even when they're alone? Because they're worried somebody's watching and they're feeling really shy? I shake my head. Do not apologize. That was very nice. Why are you looking at me like that? Rod clears his throat. Nothing. I'm glad you thought it was nice? Question mark? The longer we stand there, the more awkward this becomes. Rod coughs. We should get some sleep. That is a good idea. I reach out and take his hand. He walks me back to my room. We say our goodnights before parting for the night. He walks me back to my room. We say our goodnights before parting for the night. I stare at the cakes lined up for today's taste test. Ophelia decided to leave it up to Emily and I to choose the best cakes for the ball. Oh dear. So far, I have tasted 3 cakes, but I am unable to concentrate on the flavors. Oh man, I'd love to be a cake tester. My mind is on the ball, which takes place in 1 week. And more importantly, Rod's birthday is in 2 days and I have yet to come up with a gift idea. This chocolate mousse cake is the best so far. What do you think, Lucette? Chocolate mousse cake? I nod absently. Emmeline, you've got good taste when it comes to cake. Emmeline leans forward, squinting. What? You say that, but you haven't even tasted it yet. She gestures toward my fork, still half raised to my mouth. Sorry. What's on your mind? Rod's birthday. Oh, I just recently bought my gift for him. Why did he not mention it to me earlier? Why did no one mention it at all? I keep expecting her to say mention it to me at all. And my brain kept throwing me off, so I had to do that 3 times. Which of course I took out when I was editing, but... Is it me? Why did no one mention it at all? Why is that so awkward to me? It's not an awkward sentence. There's nothing wrong with it. So why is it so awkward for me? I narrow my eyes at Emmeline, who raises her hands in surrender. I just remembered a few days ago. I always forget. Rod never likes to make a big deal of it. I'm surprised you know about it. He brought it up accidentally to me. Emmeline laughs. That sounds like him. So? She leans forward. Do you have any gift ideas? Oh, crap-a-doodle. Okay, we're gonna thankfully save over Chev. Oops. He's no longer to be named. Oh no! I broke my own rule. I don't think he'd appreciate him buying something. Maybe? And maybe. I feel like, just like in the last round, making him something is more thoughtful. And he really should be from Lucette. Lucette should know him well enough to know what he might like for a gift, but it wouldn't be harmful to ask anyway, just for an opinion. But it's a plush toy that might hurt Sebby's feelings. Okay, let's try making him something first, and if we have to come back to get her recommendation, we'll do that. I know how to sew, and I think it is best to play to my strengths. Emmeline claps her hands. Yes, we can add another member to Rod's plush family. I wonder if Sebby will become competitive. Sebby will be the only one that's able to dock. I'm sure he'll love it. But still, yeah, I can't help it. I literally thought it just a second ago, too, is that Sebby might get jealous. I nod to myself. Alright then, I'll give it a try after we finish with these cakes. And Emmeline? Yes? I can trust you to keep this a secret from Rod, yes? If you know what's good for you? Of course, my lips are sealed. I had servants purchase supplies for me when I was tasting cakes. When I return to my room, everything is waiting for me on my desk. Just don't sit on anything that has needles this time, please. I hold myself up in my room for hours. My excuse is that I am studying magic, but really, I spend the whole day working on the plush for Rod. That's so cute! Emmeline helps make the lie more convincing, and no one comes by to check on me. Day fades to night, and then... finished. I set down my tools and hold up my small plush. Oh, she made him a tiny teddy bear! This is the first time I've ever made something like this, and I struggled with the more intricate stitches, but it does not look as bad as I feared. I glance up and am shocked to see that it is midnight. One more day until Rod's birthday. Who knew I'd be able to finish so quickly? I make my way over to my bed and close my eyes. Sleep comes quickly that night, and it is not long before I fall into darkness. The day of Rod's birthday, I ask him to meet me at our special meeting place. I turn when I hear rustling leaves. Did I keep you waiting long? I shake my head. Not at all. I hand Rod my wrapped gift. Happy birthday, Rod. Rod smiles. Lucette, you really shouldn't have. He takes the gift, eyes widening as he gently tears the wrapping. This is little bear. I made it myself, in addition to your plush family. Thankfully, this one is not charmed, so you do not have to worry about another plush giving away your secrets. Rod laughs as he holds the bear plush up. His eyes glitter with mirth. Good. I already have one plush toy that talks my ear off. He runs his fingers over the stitches, then looks up at me in wonder. This is amazing, Lucette. Thank you. I shrug. It was a small thing. No big deal. I only worked all night on it. You going out of your way to do this for me means a lot. He gently tucks the plush under his arm. So that was right. Cool. Okay, good. And I'm also correct in this thing too. It seems that even in Evermore, it's usually the first decision. Because so far it's been both the first decisions. In this video, I mean. I don't really recall which ones were the last couple. I wonder if carrying you around will make Sebby jealous. I've wanted to get back at him for sneaking behind my back. He really was only trying to help you, you know. I know. The two of us make our way back to the palace. A small feast awaits us upon our return. Ophelia and Emmeline are full of smiles and laughter. Last year, they could not celebrate Rod's birthday with him, so they make this celebration as merry as they can. Father and I excuse ourselves early so that Rod can enjoy the rest of the day with his mother and sister. Tomorrow is the night of the grand ball, and the palace is bustling with activity as the staff makes last-minute preparations. More than once, flustered servants nearly bump into me as I am walking back to my room. I have just gotten out of dance lessons with Rod and I'm eager to relax. I turn a corner and nearly run into someone else again. I'm so sorry. I step back, surprised. Emmeline? Oh, Lucette. Emmeline bends over, reaching for a piece of parchment that apparently fell to the floor during our near collision. I notice a familiar crest embedded into the letter's stamp. No worries, folks. Nothing just fell over. It's my cat being insane. Just assume it's always the cat's. A letter from Brigantia? I air curiously. Is that from Claude? Not exactly. I consider. The only other person who would be writing to Emmeline is Prince Lance. Emmeline tells me they get along. I've only spoken to Lance a few times myself. I didn't know he wrote to Emmeline. Lance, then? Emmeline suddenly looks embarrassed. Guilty, even. Oh my. Is there something you would like to tell me? She fidgets, suddenly looking very nervous. We could talk in my room if you'd like. Yes, let's. I plop myself down on the bed and gesture for Emmeline to sit beside me. So, Prince Lance, do you write to him often? Only about once a month. Is this a secret? Oh, not at all. I just figured no one would care. Lance and I were discussing mundane things over letters. Mundane things like everything from palace life to history. Lance told me he wanted to learn more about Angiel when he last visited, so he suggested exchanging letters. You remember when the Brigantian royal family visited a year ago to thank you for dispelling Claude's curse? I do remember. It was nearly a year after I dispelled Claude's curse. That was the last time he and his family visited, and when Claude first brought up the dance instructing position to Rod. So you've been exchanging letters for a while now. Emmeline smiles sheepishly. Yes, it's never been a secret, but I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. No apologies necessary. You don't need to tell me everything, you know. I know, but you've been so honest with me. I will not say no to details now, if you would like to share them. Emmeline has always been a good listener and great at giving advice. The least I can do is repay the favor. There's not much to share. Your blush says otherwise, my dear. Your face. Emmeline puts her hands to her cheeks with a sigh. I've already told you the gist of it, but recently Lance has mentioned he'd like to spend time together. He even mentioned courting you? Emmeline huffs out with a soft, nervous laugh. Not exactly in those words, but yes. He'll be here for tomorrow's ball, but I don't want him to ask Father for permission then. Why not? It seems as perfect an opportunity as any. Because this ball is for you, and because Rod... She freezes. Because Rod... What? It's nothing. Just ignore me. She looked angry for a second there. This wouldn't happen to be that surprise everyone keeps mentioning, would it? You'll see. Darn you all. Anyway, this is a celebration for you and Rod. Whatever might happen between Lance and I, it's in the future. It can wait. You two waited after all, and now you finally get to have your happily ever after. Happily ever after. We still have problems to work out, but we were getting there, step by step. Anyway, please don't tell Rod I mentioned anything. We're so close to the ball, too. I will not say a word. Emmeline sighs with relief. Thank you. So about Lance. I laugh and Emmeline blushes. Have you told anyone else about this? Father obviously does not know, but what about Ophelia and Rod? I've told Mother, but Rod... I've been trying to find the right time. Rod can be, very overprotective. One time a suitor sent me flowers and Rod trailed him back to his home and bombarded him with questions. Oh dear. Isn't that harassment? He's always been that way. And he's so stressed now. I'd rather he not have to worry about my relationship with anyone. So, I'm keeping it a secret for now. Like sister, like brother. But I wonder, is this the right thing to do? Let's save Reno. Okay. Oh boy. We're trying to avoid secrets, but this really would complicate things a lot. Respecting her decision seems nicer. Why is this so difficult? Okay, like every other time, I'm gonna go with... Eventually, it's gonna be the other decision, but we're going to go with convince her to tell him first. I think you should tell him. You think? Do not let our relationship stop you from pursuing yours. Rod would not want that. Besides, Rod stayed in Brigantia for a year. He knows Prince Lance. When he told me about his time in Brigantia, he even sounded like he respected him. Oh, that's a relief. Emmeline looks thoughtful for a few moments as she considers. You're right. We're not children anymore. And truly, I'm terrible at keeping secrets anyway. I smile. I am happy for you, Emmeline. Thank you. Regardless of when Lance asked the king for permission to court you, at least you'll get to see him tomorrow for the ball. And here I thought Emmeline was disinterested in all of her suitors, but there was a man all this time she was interested in. And it's not goth boyfriend anymore. Emmeline flushes and nods. I'm looking forward to seeing him again. I grin. And peppering him with questions to make sure he is worthy of you. Lucette, not you too! Ha ha! That's what you get. I laugh when Emmeline nudges my shoulder. The two of us continue speaking well into the night. Emmeline does not hint at what tomorrow's surprise is, but I no longer wonder. Whatever it is, I am excited for it. That's cute. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and end things here now that we're into the next chapter. Woohoo! Going into chapter 4, or are we just coming out of chapter 4? Going into it, coming out of it, let's see. Okay, we're going into chapter 5 then, so there's only gonna be 2 more chapters left. Hooray! Well, not hooray, because I don't really want this to end too fast, but hooray nonetheless. If you guys like the video, feel free to like the video. If you like me, feel free to subscribe, comment, share, all that lovely stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!